The gathering fire burned high, its orange flames licking the sky like restless spirits. The alien tribes had assembled in the hollow of the valley, a place where judgment was passed and traditions were tested. Tonight, no warrior was allowed to wear armor. It was the oldest rule of the dress code, meant to remind all fighters that survival came not from steel or hide, but from flesh, blood, and will. They came in robes, in cloaks, some bare-chested, their scars gleaming in the moonlight. But when she stepped into the circle, silence fell like a blade. Her body was wrapped not in cloth, but in bones. Long curved ribs clung to her shoulders like wings. Vertebrae wound down her spine in a brutal necklace. Claws hung from cords across her chest, and her skirt was nothing but a belt of fangs, each one sharp enough to draw blood. The crowd gasped. The fire reflected off hollow sockets, off polished white that once belonged to a predator feared by all. It had stalked the valley for years, they said, a beast larger than any human horse, with teeth longer than daggers, fast enough to crush even the strongest warrior. And she, small, fierce, unarmored, had killed it with nothing but her bare hands and a jagged stone. Now she wore it. The alien girl's eyes gleamed, golden and merciless, as she lifted her chin to the elders. "You said no armor," she said, her voice low but carrying. "So I wear victory." A murmur swept through the tribe. Some were awed, others horrified. A few laughed in disbelief. But then she moved closer to the fire, and the bones rattled like 1,000 whispers. That was when I, a human stranded among them, finally understood. She wasn't just following the code, she was mocking it. She was showing every warrior here that rules meant nothing to her, because strength had already crowned her. One of the elders, a massive male with a broken tusk jutting from his jaw, rose to his feet. His voice thundered. "You dishing us with this display. No armor means bare skin, bare will, not the spoils of beasts." She didn't flinch. She only tilted her head and smiled, a smile sharp enough to draw blood. "If addition is you," she said, lifting a claw from her necklace and letting it dangle, "then you are free to take it from me." Gasps echoed. The elder's eyes narrowed, but he did not move, because he knew no one dared touch her trophies, not because they were sacred, but because to take them meant to face her. I watched, my heart pounding, trying to stay invisible among the humans who had been allowed to witness this alien ritual. She was unlike any creature I had ever seen, grace and terror woven together in bone and skin. She looked like death made beautiful. But the tribe wasn't finished with her yet. From the shadows stepped another warrior. He was taller than the rest, his body corded with muscle, his chest bare and gleaming in the firelight. He sneered at her, circling. "A predator's bones do not make you greater. They only remind us of what you killed in the dark. Will you stand in the open? Will you fight me before all, without claws or fangs that are not your own?" The crowd roared its approval. Her smile only widened. "Gladly." The bones clattered as she stripped them from her shoulders, from her hips, laying them gently at the edge of the fire. One by one, the remains of the beast fell to the earth, until she stood bare, only her own skin and strength left. The warrior lunged. He struck with fists like stone, swinging for her throat. She bent like wind, the blow passing just above her. His follow-up came fast, a kick meant to snap bone, but she caught his leg, twisted, and brought him crashing down. The valley shook with the force. But he was strong. He rolled, sprang back up, snarled like a wild animal. Blow after blow he threw, each faster than the last. She ducked, deflected, let his fury exhaust itself. And when he stumbled, she struck. Her fists were meteors, her near hammer. Her final strike sent him sprawling into the date, blood pouring from his lip, his chest heaving like a broken drum. She stood over him, fire dancing behind her, her hair whipping in the wind. And then, deliberately, she picked up one of the predator's claws from the ground and dropped it onto his chest. "You asked me to fight with nothing," she whispered, her voice carrying over the hushed crowd. "Now you have nothing left." The warriors bowed their heads. Even the elders said nothing. But she looked past them, across the fire, straight at me. Her golden eyes locked onto mine, and I froze. There was something in that gaze, something that said I had been seen, measured, chosen. And in that moment, I realized the bones she wore were more than trophies. They were a warning. to her tribe, to her enemies, to me. This was not a woman who waited for permission. This was not a woman who bent to rules. She was the rule, and whether I liked it or not, I was already part of her story.